Hello, hello world, hello Aalen. Here is PechaKucha night, Aalen. I'm so happy to start a PechaKucha night in these times in Germany and in the world. And I'm so happy to have so many nice presenters all over the world. Hello world, hello Aalen. Here is PechaKucha night, Aalen. And in these days, we have wonderful 10 presenters from University of Aalen. And you see these presenters for our international happy holiday special PechaKucha. And now at this moment, I want to say, please presenters, turn on your video and say hello to the world.
Hi,
Hey,
hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Thomas.
yeah, so happy to see you, Mark, and the others. To have a wonderful special PechaKucha night. We in this time we cannot have live, but we can make a Zoom, and I'm so happy to meet Brian and Mark at what time is it in Tokyo?
Oh, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. I've got my fireplace, my Christmas tree.
You can see outside. It's 4 a.m., but it's still daylight behind you.
Okay,
I love your scenery. I love your scenery.
Philomena,
Yeah.
you were on the moon or something. You're in outer space. I see.
I'm in outer space. Yeah. I like to travel along and see the things from above.
So, Pico, what's your flag? What's this flag behind you?
It's Georgian national flag.
Of
which
course.
I'm
Now
gonna
that you
present.
say that, I should know that. And Rosemary, what's your festive background? Red and anything
Well, it's a
special?
little bit British, but you know, I'm hailing today from Jamaica.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
The Scottish flag of Jamaica. There you go.
Yes.
Brian,
There's
what
a
do you
connection there.
Mark, what do you talk from British, from England, or from Japan? What's your
Yeah, I guess I'm now I'm bicultural now. Yeah, so I'm Japan and the UK. I guess. Yeah. If are we still UK after the end of the month? I don't know. You know, I don't know what we are anymore. I'm certainly not European anymore. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
Once a European, always a European.
Always a European. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Very good.
Sound is repeating. I got a message. Sound is repeating. I don't know what happened.
Thomas, do you have your YouTube open somewhere?
Yeah, no, I closed it. It was open, but I closed it.
I'm getting no repeating here.
You're looking good, Thomas. Let's go for it. Let's keep going.
Yes, then we will start. We have we have 10 presenters, and we have to do the stuff. And I think we will start with Mark Dighton from Tokyo. It's your time, Mark. I will give you the screen.
Okay, thank you very much. As Brian may have said earlier, I'm one of the co-founders of PechaKucha, and so I invented this format along with Astrid and Hissa in Tokyo in 2003. So it's been 17 years it's been running. And this was going to be our year, 2020, 20 slides, 20 seconds. What a year it's turned out to be. Anyway, I'd also like to introduce Brian, who's emceeing tonight. He's over in Tokyo. And he's one of the team here for PechaKucha and runs PechaKucha Global and looks after all of our cities. But anyway, why don't I kick off, and I'll do my introduction in 20 slides, 20 seconds, and tell you a little about something else. So off we go. So yeah, my name is Mark Ditham, and along with Astrid Klein and Yukinari Hisayama, we run Klein Ditham Architecture in Tokyo. That's our day job. And this is one of our buildings. It's Ginza Place in the heart of Tokyo. It's an 11-story building for Nissan on one of the most important crossroads in the world. And we were very lucky to win this competition. We also do other buildings. This is a wedding chapel. And in Japan, there's no religion. In fact, there's Shinto, Buddhism and Christianity. So we don't really use the cross Here we've used the notion of a wedding veil. When the bride kisses the groom, this veil lifts up. It's 11 tons. It's perforated with 4,700 acrylic lenses and looks like a piece of lace. It's really, really beautiful. And of course, it looks really great at night, and they have night weddings too. In fact, they have 6 weddings a day here on a weekend. So it's almost like a wedding machine. So the next, so that's our day job, but we also have a night job running PechaKucha Night, and it all started here in Super Deluxe at the dawn of digital photography and Keynote on the Mac, and we were able to run really simple show and tell formats. But you know what architects are like, we all tend to talk too much and we're on stage forever. So we came up with this very simple format of just 20 images shown for 20 seconds each, called PechaKucha Night. PechaKucha means the sound of chit chat in Japanese, and it stops architects talking for too long. But we would invite all sorts of people around the creative community in Tokyo to see what they're up to. And everybody just gets 6 minutes, 40 seconds. But we realized that it was a really great format to find the hidden heroes in a city, like this guy who helps build some of the tallest buildings in Tokyo. He's 63. He's a real character. He'd never been on stage before. He'd never spoken, but he told us all the secrets of building some of Tokyo and Japan's tallest buildings. So from a one-off event in Tokyo, it spread by word of mouth completely virally to 1,254 cities. Well, it's actually 55 today. So we've just gained another city, but it's amazing. It proves there must be many architects around the world who talk too much. And we were astounded of how this has grown. But of course, we really are delighted that one of our favorite cities and our most energetic cities and energetic organizers lives in Aalen in Germany. And we've been to the city, and Thomas has been to Tokyo. It's great. But I wanted to talk about this other city right at the top. In fact, our highest city. It's up in Norway, and it's where Santa's from. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. Now, these are some crazy Santas in Japan. And around this time of the year, they start window cleaning, all dressed up in their Santa uniforms. And you can spot them all around the city as all of the window cleaners in Japan don this very bright Santa uniform. But they are actually Santas. They're just doing a bit of work to tide them over before they start on their driving their sleighs around the world. They're quite noticeable. You can see them coming down the buildings and waving to everybody. It's a real spectacle and something we always look forward to. Now, over in India, they all love to get together. This is the biggest gathering of Santas ever. There's 250,000 Santas wearing. There's the thing, they have to wear a hat, a jacket, and a belt. And this is a Guinness Book of Records attempt, 250,000 Santas. Now, going up slightly in the air, this is the biggest set of Santas doing a free fall, and they all got together and made a Christmas tree. So it says on the picture. It doesn't look very much like a Christmas tree to me, but anyway, sort of skydiving Santas, again, looking up higher from the window cleaners. Over in America, there is an annual Santa surfing contest, and you can see everybody out on the beach there in California. And yeah, so that guys that Santa's paddle surfing in. But again, I think that's quite a spectacle each year. Everybody with their Santa's hat on the beach. And they're going from the water going down this time. We have these deep diving Santas. And I think it says they went down to 175 meters. So they're really serious deep diving Santas here. I'm not sure if that would get really, really wet there. Their jackets. Oh, sorry, this is in England at Leicester City. This is the world's largest blow-up Santa in the world. And this also won the Guinness Book of Records. He's looking really cheery there. And I think the Santas, the two helpers there, the two elves are making sure he doesn't blow away in the wind. Back to California, I think it's in Aspen. This is the world's largest number of Santas on skis. In fact, it's 8,000 people, or 8,000 Santas, I should say, who all get together and have an annual ski in, I think it's in Vail, in fact. So really fantastic. Oh, this is the world's fastest Santa who ran a marathon. And this is in Philadelphia. and he did it in I think in 221. So yeah, must be pretty light costume he's wearing. Really, really fast Santa that was. And then this is the strongest Santa, and he's pulling a huge, huge truck, you see. Instead, I mean, you know, today they have so many presents on their sleigh, they need these large trucks to pull the presents around for all the kids, but very, very powerful Santa. And then this is the world's largest inflatable Santa. We've got the one that's on the ground, but this one is the world's largest hot air Santa. And this is shot in Switzerland. And yeah, you can see all the presents there in his sack, ready to deliver to all those expectant children who are wondering what it is. And this is my last slide. It's the world's largest sand Santa made on a beach. And I thought it was a really epic slide to finish on, because I think we should be looking for peace all around the world. And I guess Santa should be wearing a mask there. And let's hope we move forward to 2021. So Merry Christmas to you all from Tokyo. And I really want to wish you a great, great event tonight. And I'm dying to hear all about Christmas around the world. Thank you all so much.
Thank you. Oh, wonderful, great presentation. Love your Santa. And you?
Yeah, that's so each year, Thomas, I do a special, as Brian knows, a special Christmas presentation. And I've done it on snowflakes and the world's largest Christmas trees. And this year I'm focusing on Santa. It's amazing, yeah, what Santa gets up to around the world.
Did you wear Santa Clauses in Japan sometimes?
Well, yes, they do, especially the window cleaners. But remember, in Japan, we don't, as I said in the presentation, we don't really have Christianity. So, in fact, we'll be working on Christmas Day. There's no Christmas. The big holiday here in Japan is around New Year, and we'll take a break from about the 28th. So we'll work during Christmas Day, although I think Christmas Day is a weekend this weekend. But we'll
I think Thomas is asking.
Go on, Brian.
So, yeah, Mark, I asked if you wear Santa Clauses, Santa
I
dress.
have done at my wife's school quite a few times to give out the presents. Yeah.
Okay.
When my son didn't know it was me. I had a beard on, and he was like 4 years old, or 3, I think. And he was looking at me really strange as he on my knee and asked him what he wanted. He had no idea it was me. Yeah? But there was this real like, who's that guy? I think I know him.
And there is no photo from you as a Santa.
No, we'll keep that up. That's for next year, Thomas.
Bad boy.
Thanks, dear. Okay, thank you, Mark.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you for your presentation. I wish you tomorrow a wonderful PechaKucha in Tokyo.
And I'll do one more, yeah.
Yeah.
This year's presentation is on snow plows that you put onto the front of trains. Anyway, you should tune in and watch that. It's quite funny.
Okay. Well, tomorrow in Germany, it's really at it's a lunchtime. We have time. We can pick up a lunch and sit in front of the TV and enjoy your presentations. Yeah.
Thank you.
At 12 o'clock in Germany. Yeah.
Okay, over to you guys.
Greetings.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah. So, in the next one. Oh, next one from our list.
Oh, I'm back.
Sorry, I have to manage this. So
No problem. It's Tamara, no?
No, it's
It's Tamara.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah, but I get no start button for my presentation. Sorry.
Okay, I think Thomas is working on that. Usually We have to expect a little bit of technical challenges sometimes.
So,
There you go.
Tamara, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Here we go.
So, good evening, everyone, and a very warm welcome from my side. It's a great pleasure to be here today. I'm going to talk about Christmas traditions in Germany. And I will not be able to talk about all German traditions, but I think I've covered the most important ones, and I hope you enjoy the presentation. First of all, I want to talk a little bit about myself. For those of you who don't know me, I'm German, and I really like Germany, but someone once told me that I'm a German with an international heart. And that is because I've always loved traveling, and I've already spent a lot of time abroad. When I had just turned 18, I decided to pack my backpack and spend 1 year in South America. My family thought I was crazy, but it has always been my dream to travel and to get to know other countries, so I just left. And that was also the first time I spent Christmas in another country and without my family. One of the countries I've been to is Argentina, and this is also where I spent Christmas abroad. I really liked Argentina, but instead of telling you how I spent Christmas there, I want to focus on what I missed during that time, so how I have been spending Christmas my entire life in Germany. The first thing I want to tell you is that the Christmas feeling in Germany doesn't start in December like you might think. Instead, it always starts in September, October, because that's when you can already buy Christmas biscuits, such as Lebkuchen or Spekulatius, in the supermarkets, which I find way too early, but that's Germany. And then in November and December, there's usually Christmas markets all over Germany. You can get food and drinks there, such as Glühwein and Punsch, but also handcrafted things, for example. And in the picture below, you can see me in the middle with my parents working at a Christmas market many years ago. Another tradition is the Advent calendar, which consists of 24 boxes or bags, where you open one each day from the 1st of December until the 24th. Many people make their own calendars and with little personal presents for friends or family. And most of the calendars you can buy contain chocolate. And then on the 6th of December, it's the so-called Nikolaustag. On the eve of that day, children traditionally put their shoes outside the door. And then overnight, the shoes are filled with some fruits, sweets, and chocolate by Saint Nicholas and his helper Knecht Ruprecht. Another tradition is that most families in Germany have a so-called Adventskranz at home. It's a ring of fir branches that has 4 candles on it. On the 4 Advent Sundays, 1 additional candle is lit. Until the Sunday before Christmas, all 4 candles shine. And then on the 24th of December, it's Christmas Eve, in German Heiligabend. Most people and families go to church in the early evening or attend a midnight mass, which usually starts 1 hour before midnight. It is the festival commemorating the birth of Jesus, and it is the most significant celebration in the Christian world, and many Christians traditionally attend nativity plays, which are plays that recount the story of the birth of Jesus. There are also nativity scenes, which display figures representing Jesus, his mother Mary, and her husband Joseph. After attending church, families prepare the Christmas dinner at home. In many cases, there is a ritual related to the celebration, such as the praying of grace or children performing Christmas songs. For example, in my family, my grandmother always used to pray, and my sister and I played the flute every year. Here you can see some of the traditional Christmas pastries we usually bake in Germany. There's, for example, Christstollen on the left and Plätzchen on the right. Christstollen is a kind of cake with fruits, spices, and nuts, and it's sweetened with a covering of powdered sugar. And then, of course, there's the Christmas tree, which is decorated with angels, Christmas baubles, candles, and lights, and so on, and a star on top of the tree. And on Christmas Eve, the presents are put under the Christmas tree and are usually opened that same evening. An important tradition related to the Christmas tree is Christbaumloben, which means Christmas tree praising. This is only a tradition in the south of Germany. And it means that when you go to your friends or to your neighbor's house and tell them, oh, that's really a nice Christmas tree, then you get a schnapps. And then there's a discussion on who brings the presents. Children are commonly told that presents are brought either by the Christkind, the Christ child, or by the Weihnachtsmann, which is Santa Claus. And in some parts of Germany, children even write a letter to one of them and say what their wishes are. For most people, a white Christmas is the ideal. However, in most parts of Germany, snow is quite rare during the Christmas holidays, and it depends very much on the region. So while Munich has a white Christmas once every 2.5 years, in Berlin, you can only expect snow on Christmas every 5 years. The 25th and 26th of December are holidays. People spend a lot of time with their families, go for walks, and watch Christmas movies, for example. One movie that I watch every year is Home Alone, which tells the story of a boy who was left at home while his family goes on Christmas vacation, which is very funny. And then after the Christmas holidays and until the 6th of January, there's a tradition called Sternsinger, where children go from house to house, sing songs, and collect money for charity. The children dress up like the 3 wise men from the East who visited Jesus after his birth to bring him presents. So this is already the end of my presentation, and I want to conclude with a short poem. Twinkle, twinkle, Christmas lights, lighting up December nights. You may spend Christmas differently. Germans, throw away the Christmas tree. Thank you very much for your attention.
Lovely.
That was really sweet. Really
Lovely.
I love your presentation.
Love it.
To see the German Christmas from the other side is great. And I love your German words, your English words in German, the Adventskranz and so on.
Yeah, I had to say some words in German because they're like fundamental.
Love this presentation. Wonderful. And this year you stay at home at Christmas, yeah?
Yes, I'm in Germany this year. I will spend Christmas with my family.
And what's your travel plan next year?
Next year, I will do a semester abroad in Poland.
Oh,
yeah.
How old are you?
I will study at the University of Krakow for 1 semester.
How old are you?
I'm 22.
22 and so much experience around the world. Great. Great. Brian, it's a candidate for to visit Tokyo sometime and to present there. Thank you very much.
Not? I'd love to travel to Japan. Why not?
You should do this. Japan is a very great experience.
We're waiting for
Thomas, if I may mention, Tamara just won Buddy of the Year, meaning at the university, she has spent the most time taking care of international students. She takes care of a lot of Chinese students sometimes. And this time, she's not only studying, but she has 2 international students whom she takes care of. And she just won the prize in our award ceremony before. We are very, very proud of Tamara.
Congratulations.
Good job, everybody.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Very social person. Thank you, Tamara, for presenting to this evening. Yeah.
Hey, Thomas,
Yes?
I just want to say I'm going to drop off now and get a little bit of sleep. I've got an 8 o'clock start, so it's 4:30 now. So I just want to say good luck to everybody. Wish you all a happy Christmas.
Oh no, Mark.
I've got to sleep. So I'll watch the videos. I'll leave in Brian's capable hands.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
So, yes, next presenter is Trish Riemann. I have to start my machine. You know, I learn it. Sorry about this, but I have to try all time to do this. And yo, Trish, are you ready?
Yeah. Watch the screen, please, and not me. We're going to be doing something really, really different tonight. We're going to be helping you with holiday stress. Holidays cause major stress. So we're going to try and release a bit of it with EFT, emotional freedom tapping. So thinking about this, lots of anxious thoughts and everything that could go wrong keep us feeling stuck and powerless. Let's face it, you can't stress yourself towards a solution. So take a moment, notice how you feel about the holidays. What thoughts are present? Is there something specific? Rate your feeling on a scale of 1 to 10, being 0 with nothing and 10 the most. And we're going to start tapping on the side of the hand. Even though I feel so anxious, I acknowledge how I feel. And I give myself permission to relax. Even though my mind is full of anxiety, I honor how I feel. And we move to the eyebrow, all these anxious thoughts. I feel stuck in my thinking. I notice the thoughts that cause the anxiety. I feel like I need to fix a problem. I need to find all the answers, so my mind is racing. But this strategy isn't working. I cannot stress myself towards a better life. Don't worry about speaking now, just tap as I guide you through. Notice what your mind is saying. Under the eye, what is the loudest anxious thought right now? Let yourself hear it in your mind. Hear it and feel it as you tap. Are there any memories that go along with this? Notice what comes up. If it's nothing, it's okay. Stay present with your thoughts and feelings. Under the nose, you may notice sensations in your body arise. Being aware of how you feel, you let your mind and body know it's safe to relax. Being aware of any anxious thoughts, it's okay to hear them and you don't need to fight them. You're simply aware of them. Under the mouth, are you aware of these anxious thoughts? Notice how you can be aware of them and not let them run away with you. Even with the anxious thoughts, you're safe, you're here, you're okay. By acknowledging these thoughts, you're giving them space. And tapping, you're honoring yourself and the experience you have with them. You're actually beginning to release the anxiety. I've simply been doing my best, and I am now open to a new way of thinking. Even before I have all the answers I need, I can relax when I relax my mind. I'm more creative. I'm more resourceful. It's safe for me to release these anxieties and these anxious thoughts. I am grounded and centered. I nourish my mind with positive thoughts. I give my mind a break and permission to relax. I have faith that things are working out, and I honor how far I've come. I don't need all the answers now. I have faith and I can allow my mind to relax. Continue to tap as I tell you about the points. The eyebrow is actually your bladder meridian. Fear, suspicion, futility. Start tapping here to balance and bring yourself hope, courage, and trust. Side of the eye is actually the gallbladder. Feelings of rage, being judgmental. Tap around here to find acceptance, kindness, and compassion. Under the eye, stomach meridian, obsessive worrying, holding on to things. Tap here to tap into trusting the bigger picture and releasing. Under the nose, here we go. This is a governing vessel. Lacking courage, being afraid to move forward, feeling guilt, Tap here to find a sense of strength and security. Chin. This is actually the central vessel, sometimes known as the conception. Feeling vulnerable, shameful. Tap here to feel safe. The collarbone, or often known as the sore spot. These are actually your kidney and adrenal glands. Fear, isolation, shame. You're tapping here, learning to be gentle with yourself, opening up to others. Under the arm is the spleen. Anxiety about the welfare of others, overly compassionate, people walking over you. Tapping here brings fairness towards yourself and balancing your self-input. The top of head, well, it's actually an end meridian. It's not a meridian itself. Here we go to self-criticism, lack of focus. Tap here to bring vitality, focus, and abundance. How are you feeling? Check your anxiety level again. Take a deep breath in. And remember, any shift is a step in the right direction. Thanks for having me. Hope it helped. Happy holidays.
Nice.
Wow.
Just keep tapping wherever.
I tap.
Now
I
I'm
tap.
really relaxed. I have to go to
Wow.
That really works. I feel a million times better.
Yeah, so do I.
Well,
Very
that's an
relaxed.
absolute quickie. Generally, one-on-one sessions take a bit longer because we go into people's problems or situations. But for a mini pick-me-up in the middle of a day or when you're feeling like you're running on empty, just tap a bit and you'd be surprised. That and breathing.
Yes, that is Auntie Trish.
Is what works.
That is our Auntie Trish to international students. She's always helping them out, giving them a massage, giving them a great thought, talking to them. Thank you so very much, Trish.
Thanks, your sister. Thanks, everybody, for having me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you all. And now the next one is, oh, I have to look. Next one is Tim. I look for the presentation, sorry.
Hello, everybody.
Oh,
Hi,
what
Tim.
a voice.
What a voice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Tim, are you ready? Tim, are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready. Yes,
Oh,
I'm ready. So yeah, hello everybody. My name is Tim Warszawa. I'm studying at Aalen University, and I would like to give you some kind of impression about my stay abroad in Japan and my project Sushi statt Spätzle, which I did in Germany. And I hope you will enjoy it. So when I was coming to Japan, there was a big typhoon before, so I had to postpone my flight. And as you can see in the background, Osaka airport is on the sea, so we had to get from the airport first of all to the countryside. So on my first day, I had to go to the office, and I spent there about 1 day in a big bureaucracy department for I think 8 or 9 hours. It was crazy to get all the documents done, and the bureaucracy is a big thing in Japan in general. My first impressions were, as you can see, beautiful nature, and I had a very nice view over Osaka where I studied, and this was actually my walk to the university every day. And yeah, it was brilliant. So I made a lot of different kind of experience in Japan. I like the photo on the left side at the top You can see everybody with iPhone or smartphones in general, waiting for the train. Another picture of the landscape, and a traditional picture which was about 5 minutes ago from where I stayed. Some other impressions about my campus. I really enjoyed the scenery and the atmosphere at the campus. So open space and so many possibilities to enjoy the stay abroad there. Yeah, the food was very excellent in Japan, as you can see. You get a good impression about it, and yeah, it is not comparable to Chinese food, so Europeans can really like it, and don't have to be afraid of it. Yeah, I was trying to buy a bike in Japan, which was not so easy because I had to get a license. So on the left side, you can see my official passport, and my bicycle was officially licensed, and I called her Eva. So the Rosa bike Eva was my one for 1 year. This was the middle of Osaka number at 5 a.m. in the morning. So this is like the scenery, how you can see it when no people are there, which is normally not possible, because we can see it in the next photo then how it normally looks like. Yeah, this is Osaka during the day, or at the evening. I'm a little bit taller than the other people, so it feels like completely crazy when you walk like through the jungle, and yeah, it's crazy, especially in Corona times, I think, for everybody of us. So crazy Japan. I was on the left side, we were in Kobe at a museum about earthquakes, but I did not make any photos about earthquakes. I was making a photo about a guy who was helping another one about a computer game simulation. And I had a photo shooting from the university for a flyer. And on Christmas, as Mark already told, it is not very traditional. It feels very adapted from the American culture, and the weather is not so good, maybe comparable with the weather in Aalen today. So it is very westernized. What I really think is fascinating is about the environmental aspects. I cannot imagine in Germany all this automats standing outside. In Japan, there are like 5, 6, 7 standing outside with running with electricity, and yeah, I did not expect that to happen. Highlights in the region, of course, are Kobe, Osaka Castle. You can see it on the right side, and the picture on the top left is in Kyoto, which is very famous, especially during the spring break, where many Japanese people have vacation. So there are some impressions of the dorm I lived in. You can see some guys I was hanging out with. So it was very basic, but as you already can see from the other pictures, you had a great land, or a great visibility over Osaka in general. Yeah, we made a YouTube channel, had quite a lot of fun there. So, for example, I put an official shirt from the supermarket and went to the supermarket and acted like I'm working there. And it was quite a fun afternoon. And yeah, we had a lot of fun there. And from the photo shooting for university, this is what came out. I was at Osaka station and saw my own face in behind one train, which was quite crazy. You can see it on the right picture. And at the middle top, it was with a friend. Yeah, this was a video where I was at a congress and I won a Nintendo Wii. So I really enjoyed this moment because we were filming it actually, and craziness is happening, and I actually won something. So yeah, this all can happen during a stay abroad, and this is the social project. Besides all the funny stuff I did a social project there, and told about 200 Japanese people about German culture, about German companies, about the German economy. Printed flyers and gave a radio interview. So when I came back to Germany, I was putting this the other way around. So from Germaniac to Japaniac to Sushi statt Spätzle, and was telling German students about my life in Japan, and gave an online event about that. Thank you very much.
So great.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Tim. I can feel you enjoy your time in Japan. Yeah.
Thank
Little-
you.
A wonderful city, Osaka, I've never seen, but I want to travel next time when I perhaps stay in Japan to went to Osaka to see the castle and the onsen there. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And
Thomas, we are all coming with you.
yeah, you know, you've got a big advantage that on the main island there, Nara, Kyoto, Kobe, Osaka, they are on the same region. So you can make daily trips to all of these cities.
Oh, great.
When
Great.
we live in Tokyo, you know, Osaka and Tokyo are like rival cities. And
I know.
they walk on the different side of the street, and they have a slightly different you know, dialect. And where Tokyo is a city that is comprised of people from all over Japan, really. I mean, there's definitely people from Tokyo, but it's said that you know, your neighbor is from one region of Japan, and your other neighbor is from a faraway region of Japan. But in Osaka, so that makes Tokyo a little bit cold and less friendly.
Yeah.
Osaka is supposed to be a very I've never lived there myself, but it's supposed to be a very lively place, and everybody seems to be a bit more friendly and gregarious. Did you find
Actually, I heard that. Yeah, sorry. Actually,
ahead.
I heard that people that Tokyo actually does not really have a real center. So it's like all is like Tokyo, but there's no real big center. Maybe that's a big difference in comparison to Osaka. I don't know. You're the expert here.
You're probably exactly right. I would guess you're exactly right. I'm not an expert on Osaka, but every time I go to Osaka, they tell me, go back to Tokyo. You don't belong here.
Yeah.
In a friendly way.
So maybe you have to ask Mark whether he likes to build architectural buildings for a real center in Tokyo next time. Would be a nice presentation for his plans.
I think you're right. I definitely think you're right.
Thank you.
Great presentation. Yeah.
Thank you. We will going on. The next Brian want to go to bed after our PechaKucha night.
No, this is great. I'm having so much fun. These presentations are wonderful. Well done, everybody. I'm so excited. We have another event we'll talk about later tonight, but I'm happy to hear this amazing all this international creativity streaming out of Aalen. I hope I mentioned I visited Aalen a couple years ago, and I was so enamored by the city. It was such a warm place, and such a beautiful place too. I'm a little bit jealous that I haven't been able to come back. So I envy all of you, but I know some of you are there and some of you aren't there. But maybe someday we can all meet in Aalen.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay, now we was going on with Yadnish. Yeah. Is here?
Yes.
Yeah, there's Yadnish.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ready? Yeah. Okay, we will start.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Yadnish Shete. I'm studying in Aalen, and I have been observing something in Aalen for the past few weeks. The excitement, the adrenaline rush is quite similar to what we have in India during our festival. So I'll be talking about that today. Now, don't panic. This slide is supposed to be like that. It represents a kind of a black hole or black surroundings when somebody is not having any kind of hope. And with that comes like all of the negative thoughts. So to overpower those negative thoughts, you have to just light one tiny candle of hope, and the darkness will go away. Irrespective of the size of the darkness or irrespective of the size of the light, you will feel happiness, you will have that positive energy, positive vibes. So that is important. And so I welcome you all to the positive side of your life, to the Festival of Lights, Diwali. Diwali is equivalent to Christmas in India. We celebrate Diwali in the month of October or November, depending on the calendar and the year. So it is the function, the festival is of 5 days, and we have a lot of fun, which I'll talk about. There is no single state in India which doesn't celebrate Diwali. There are 30 states total, and the main festival like remains the same, but there are like different branches, different cultures, stories, tales. The literal meaning of Diwali is a row of lights, hence a Hindu festival with nocturnal illumination. The festival starts with Abhyanga Snan, also called as the holy shower. Now, as it's winter season, you need to moisturize your skin, and luckily, traditionally, we apply sandalwood powder, turmeric powder, and coconut milk so that you get the festive vibes and shine, and as well as it moisturizes your skin. So that is a good thing, but that's not actually the start of it. The start is in the 15 days prior to it, the preparatory phase. In that, if you enter any Indian household, you will see these three scenes. Somewhere somebody is making lanterns out of cloth or paper. The Indian women are testing their cooking skills and making sweets for the whole family as well as the neighborhood. And the flower markets are full with flowers because we make garlands to decorate our walls. And the festival is all about family and like togetherness and to be with each other. The morning starts with the ladies of the family having a ritual of of waving a light lamp around the men, and the men have to give them something gift. And again, there is another ritual where the wives do the auction to their husbands, and again husbands give them gifts, and newly married couples again get gifts from the in-laws and the families. So in short, people who are single don't get any gifts. So I think it's that. But luckily, on the last day of festival, we have the brother-sister ritual where the sisters will do auction to the brothers and they exchange gifts. So at the end of the day, everyone in India have a gift, have their stomach full with sweets, and are happy with it. So, and this year I couldn't do it, so we had a Zoom meeting with my cousins, and they were quite happy. Now, no festival in this world is complete without food. So we have sweets. This is a very famous sweet called as laddu. It's made from chickpea flour, semolina, wheat, anything, whatever you want, you can make it. And then who don't have a sweet tooth can have a crunchy shankar pai, as you can see on the left hand side, and on the right hand side you have a surprise sweet. Like the covering is crunchy, but the filling is soft and sweet. So you can surprise someone who hasn't had it, and it's really great. You can have it, and it's a surprising thing. And then people who need to add some spice, everything are these two dishes. On the left hand side, you have a multi-grain, multi sweet multi snack which you can have. And on the left side is like rice flakes mixed with dry fruits, coconut, and it's called chuda. It's really nice. Then, okay, connection problem. Can you hear me?
We can hear you, Yadesh. It's going okay.
Yeah. That's with gift. Usually give gifts of dry fruits, and you can see these packs going to each other's family around the season, around the festival, and it is the best thing because it is fluctuable. You can change according to the family gifting to.
So I think now we got a little sound problem.
We lost Yadesh.
Yes.
The festival is not only about family, but also about the community. Communities come together, celebrate in the temples, have their sessions. And on the top right, you can see the birthplace of Lord Ram. Now, the festival is all about tales, different cities, different tales, different culture. But the main story that supports Diwali is Lord Ram winning an epic war against Ravan and coming back to his hometown, Ayodhya. That's when people were happy that the king returned, and they celebrated it with Diwali. Now, Diwali is celebrated all around the world where Indians are in greater numbers. So we have United States of America, where Barack Obama, our former president, does it. Then we have Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, as well as Times Square. And at the end, we do that because we feel that the whole world is a family. And if we consider everyone as family, and everyone will consider us as their family. So Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which literally means the world is a family. And thank you for it. Thank you for letting me present, and thank you.
Thank you for this great picture from your country.
Sorry for the internet thing, and I really apologize for it.
Thank you for your for a picture from your country. I want to smell some sweets and some eat what you show. I want to eat it.
You can have it. I have some.
It looks so
good. We apologize, Thomas, for the internet from the student housing. Yeah, but that's how it is sometimes.
Yeah, this is the internet in Germany is not always the best one we have there. So okay, we will do our best. Thank you, Yadnesh. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone, and I apologize for it.
Yadnesh, may I?
Yeah.
Brian was saying something.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it.
Brian?
I think we lost Brian.
I think we lost Brian. So, okay, we will go over. If you want to say anything else, you can say it later. Brian? No, Brian is frozen. So we start with Rosemary, with the famous Rosemary.
I'm next.
Okay. So I want to see something from the life in Jamaica. Are you ready, Rose?
Deep breath out. Yes, I think I'm ready as I can be. So I'm Rose, and thank you very much. Welcome to my Jamaican childhood Christmas. I decided to look back a little bit on my childhood to tell you a little bit about what I remember of Christmas. You don't need to know where Jamaica is. Most of you already know, but you can see our flag, the green for the richness of the country, the sun and the people. Now, what do you think when you think of Christmas in Jamaica, in a tropical country? Do you think that most people are just strolling on the beach without any snow, it's not cold? Or do you think they're basking in the colors of an evening sunset that we find so typical of Jamaica? Or do you wonder if Santa Claus makes a stop in Jamaica? What is he doing? Is he out there lazing and hazing and drinking some cocktails? Does he come to the island by parasail? Does he come on a boat, a catamaran, or is he coming in on a plane? He even has his helpers, the elves. Now, do you wonder about our Christmas trees? Now, Jamaicans, as you look to the left of the picture, we make the most of what we have. But of course, we have our typical Christmas trees with the great decorations. Whatever anyone tells you, the tree on the right is not a legal Christmas tree in Jamaica. So I decided to take us back to 1974 when I was about 8 years old. The picture on the left, I'm dressed up for the Christmas season, new clothes, new shoes, a ribbon in the hair, and I can remember this special time of year, and I can also remember this Christmas tree. It wasn't real. Christmas starts round about the time when the breeze, we feel that Christmas breeze, you know, when it gets about 3 degrees colder in Jamaica, knowing the average is about 28, 29, and Jamaicans run for their jackets. They're freezing cold because it's just a few degrees lighter. It's that time of year coming up to Christmas, about the middle of November, heading towards the end of the beginning of December. Everybody's cleaning up, washing up, making things new. Even the community is being beautified. We whitewash everything, every tree stump. As a child, I can remember the excitement at this time as we're thinking about the barrels that are going to come from our families in England and in Canada who fill these barrels with all kinds of goodies and gifts for us. I remember being excited about getting American apples. I also remember the greatest anticipation is awaiting the arrival of my family from Kingston and all over the island. They used to come on a bus like this because we lived in the country. And this is what the buses looked like in 1974. It's a little bit different now. Now, by the time the cousins have arrived and the family, it's about 3 days before Christmas, our rum cake would have been finished, which is made with fruits, dried fruits that have been soaking in rum. And then grandma added red label wine to prepare it, to make sure that it's really ready for that big day. The typical drinks that we have at Christmas time, this would also be ready. And my cousins would have carried theirs so we can test it to see who had the best. Sorrel is on the left, eggnog in the middle, and of course, Jamaican rum punch. Sounds like this rum is in our veins. Naturally, the night before Christmas is the 24th of December for us. Starting at midday, heading up to midnight, it's the grand market. Everyone is there, last minute shopping. Of course, it's Jamaica, music is pumping, and Santa Claus is there to greet the kids. So you're getting your last minute gifts. That's a late night because it finishes at midnight. And for those who are in the church, who are Christians, they would leave at 4 o'clock to join the singing choirs that would come door to door. But on the morning of Christmas, we would have our national dish, ackee and saltfish and breadfruit and roast plantain. And then we'd head to church. And of course, I usually take part at church, 8 o'clock in the morning, the nativity play. Of course, I was the angel, you know. But anyway, Christmas Day, as I can remember, and it's still the same today, is your best dressed day. Red was always in the runnings, but I couldn't wait at church after the play because I'm thinking about those gifts that I'm going to get. Now in Jamaica, I didn't remember getting a lot of gifts, but the gifts I got, I treasured. I remember my doll when I was 4 years old. I had it till I was 14. Now, the food starts at midday, whether you're outside or in. It might be a little bit chilly, cold in Jamaica, so most people would like to be in. And the buffet is filled with everything from honey roasted ham to a baked stuffed chicken, jerk chicken on the grill, the roast, a beef roast, curried oxtail and rice and peas, or curried goat and white rice. Now, people, we eat so much of this stuff on that day and we're walking around, going to the neighbors, eating their food. So you're totally either drunk, the adults are drunk, or we're totally stuffed at the end of that day. But as children, we would have to go back to church on Christmas evening. The most exciting thing though for me is that night, Christmas night, when all my cousins would tell stories. We'd sit outside under the Jamaican moonlight and we'd hear all kinds of great stories. When the adults wanted us to go inside, they would start to tell scary stories. So we had to then leave and go on to sleep for the next day. Starting the next day, we have the John Canoe. These are the scary masked men and women who would parade the streets with drums and dancing, and they'd come to visit, especially the children who weren't so good the year throughout. I was scared of the John Canoe. Anyway, we would really wait to see them. Now, with all these memories in Jamaica, I can remember mainly the caring, the sharing, the community, the love, the family. With these thoughts, I wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Jamaica, and hope that one day you'll get to share in this in Jamaica. Thank you.
Rose, wonderful, great.
As always, Rose.
This Rose
you
gives
spoke
me
a lot.
Of your energy.
I spoke a lot. I couldn't stop talking.
Of your energy. I love this presentation. Yeah, you
I
are
want food.
so much power. Yeah. So so we have to drive to show to see the Christmas time. I'm addressing on the right tree, and I'm for this.
That tree.
I'm
That
addressing.
tree is a myth.
I'm addressing at this tree. Yeah.
It grows
Okay.
wild in Jamaica. We don't. We have no use for that tree.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Any questions to Rose, or should we go to Sopiko? Yes, we do this. You are here, very fine.
I hope my internet will work good because I also have some issues.
Okay. From where do you present? From Aalen or from home?
From Aalen, yes.
Okay.
From student dormitory, that's why we have the internet issues.
Okay, Sopiko. So we're waiting for your presentation now.
Okay.
So hello everyone, my name is Sophie. I come from Georgia, and we're going to be part of this PechaKucha event today. I'm going to speak about Christmas and New Year traditions in Georgia. So before we start, some of you wonder where is Georgia, because when people hear about Georgia, they think that it's state of Georgia or it's part of Russia and we speak Russian, but it's not true. Georgia is an independent country. You can see the background flag of the Georgia. So we speak our own language, and Georgia is situated in Eurasia, a part of Asia and Europe. So the different part of Georgia has different kind of Christmas and New Year traditions, but the purpose of these traditions is to celebrate Christmas in a way that it can bring us happiness, joy, kindness, and luck for whole the year. So we can start chronologically, and in every big city in Georgia, you can see that big trees, which will be light up on the 25th of December. So everyone goes outside, they gather around, and they are waiting for the new year. You can see also that the streets in this city or in another big city, they are decorated beautifully, especially in the capital of Georgia, Tbilisi, and some prestigious streets are more beautifully decorated. Also, you will see the Christmas markets in the capital city, Tbilisi. This is quite new tradition, this Christmas markets. I think we copied it from Europe. So in this Christmas market, people sell some handmade things, some jewelries or socks, or you can have some sweets, drinks, and enjoy this whole time. So what if New Year without Santa Claus, but our Santa Claus is quite different from the classic one. So it's Georgian, the snow grandfather, which is wearing white traditional clothes, which is called choha. So after this, we are moving on the 30th December, where is a shopping day for everyone, and people like, yeah, maybe you buy in advance too, but there is something that you will forget, so everyone runs on 30th. So you will see the full queues, and in shops there are some discounts also, and then you should not forget to buy Christmas tree, the classic one, and also the traditional Christmas tree. You might wonder what is this white curly hair tree. So it's a Georgian traditional Christmas tree, which is made from hazelnut branches and shaped to get this beautiful tree, which is decorated in different ways. So then the 31st starts with the cooking. So there's a lot of cooking, and the housewives are busy whole day. You should cook some traditional food, which is must for the Christmas dinner. One of these is a kozina, which is made from the caramelized walnuts fried in a honey. So it's one of the traditional foods. So same time, kids are busy to buy fireworks, and you can buy Georgia everywhere. So While kids are collecting this, and then at midnight, 12 o'clock, you should start like going outside and bumping everyone, and you are competing with your neighbors who has more and who has better ones. So then same time there's some mega concerts going on, and people enjoy to go outside and join this concert, or some of the people are staying at home and watching these concerts from TV. So after this finishes and 12 o'clock comes and New Year comes, there is a table set. So then our whole family gathers around it, and Tamada, which is the Georgian toast maker, should say the first toast, which is the saying thanks and goodbye to the old new year. I doubt like no one says thanks to this year, but anyway, so they are welcoming the new year. Then 1st January is going and visiting your relatives and having fun, and a lot of food everywhere, a lot of drink, Georgian wine. So people are having fun together. Then comes second day, Pedoba, which is called Pedoba. So this how you spend this day. It says that the whole year will be like this. So main person for this day, it's a Megle. First guest who comes to your family, it should be some significant guest who brings the luck or happiness or healthiness to your family. So then from 3 to 6 January, it's time for eating a lot of food. So then you quite look like this guy on this picture, but you should take a break on the 6th January, because then Christmas is coming. So yes, we are celebrating Christmas after New Year, and it's 7th January, Orthodox Christmas. So it's a religious celebration, and you should meet Christmas with praying or fasting, or and people go to the church where there's a whole night liturgy, and the people who don't go to church, they should light up the candle next to the window, which means that you are ready, your home is ready to get Jesus into your home. So next day, then after service, church service, everyone goes outside, and they are going home to home, and some people are donating foods or some other things, and which will be given to the orphanage or other peoples who need it. And then we are celebrating second New Year, which is called Old New Year. It's like less preparation, less fireworks, but the main thing for this, there's still some traditions, and the head of the family should take this chichilaki and some bowl and go outside, and then other families are asking who he's bringing, and he should reply the joy, healthiness, happiness, and luck. So it's all Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Georgia, and you should visit Georgia in every season of the year. It's beautiful, and you are very welcome. Thank you, everyone.
Well, they're going to Georgia.
Thank you. Thank you. It's so much to eat. All sides are so much to eat. Yeah. All sides. I have to drink something between this. I have a German beer. Now, thank you for your great presentation. I have one question. The first slide, the city. Is this your capital city or is this your home city?
No, my home, I live in capital city while I'm studying, but I'm from the west side of Georgia. So yeah, but everything goes on mostly in capital.
This slide is a capital, yeah?
Yes.
The first slide, okay. Beautiful, beautiful city. Yeah. We have to so less time, but we have to travel so much beautiful countries. After this evening, I want to travel. Yeah, but we have COVID. We cannot travel. We stay at home. So next slide is from Philomena and Sonia, and I don't know, is Sonia now all?
Yes, she's in. She's in. She managed to get in. I hope her mic is working. I can't hear her or see her.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear Sonia.
Ah, hello,
Nice.
Sonia.
Yes.
Nice.
Hello. Olá.
Olá.
In Portuguese.
Wonderful. Sonia is here. Philomena is here, so we can start. Okay. We can start your presentation. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, welcome to Portugal. Bem-vindos a Portugal. As you all know, Portugal is surrounded by Spain, and on the other side we have the Atlantic, of course. And we would like to tell you something about Spain. And first of all, we'd like to introduce ourselves. I am Filomena. I am a teacher at the university in Aalen, and Sonia.
And I'm an Erasmus student from Portugal, Universidade do Minho.
Right, which is in the north of Portugal, on the northern region of Portugal. Yeah, and we're going to tell you a little bit about the tradition. We start off with the crib. This is one of the biggest tradition in Portugal. It is set up on the first Advent, so 4 Sundays before Christmas. We start building the crib. First of all, we only put the little house, the shepherd, and the animals. Baby Jesus and Mother Mary and Joseph is not in the picture. Here you can see a typical scenery after everything has been built up in a shopping mall. All shopping malls have very big cribs everywhere. And as I said, this is a very big tradition in Portugal. It's actually more of a tradition than the Christmas tree itself. And the Christmas trees we have in Portugal are usually also built on the first Advent. I think there's something missing here, Thomas. Yeah. Well, the Christmas trees are basically the same as here, just that we don't have, we only have artificial trees mostly. The original fresh trees are very expensive, so people tend to keep to the artificial. And only in the big centers, then we have these light trees full of lights. And the first picture on the top left corner is in the center of Lisbon. This is what it looks like when we have the Christmas tree there. It's one of the biggest in the country. On the right side, we have a tree from Porto, and at the bottom from Leiria, where we come from. Sonia, I think you want to say something?
Yeah, I want to say that this is very traditional, see in the big cities also. And Leiria is the where we come from, like 8 north from Lisbon. Here it's
yes, go on.
So this we have also traditional decorate the table in the Christmas evening.
Right, this is also important for us. And then we start with the codfish, right?
Here is the traditionals. Let's go to the traditional dishes from Christmas times. So as a good friend, I already learned that the next pictures can cause water in the mouth. So here we come. Here we have a typical, in the last one, we have a typical dish in the Christmas Eve that we cook codfish, the egg and vegetables. And with the leftovers, the next day, we cut and add with the onions, garlic, and you fry it.
Right, and then together with the previous dish that we saw before, we also serve the traditional turkey, the Christmas turkey, which is also stuffed with bread, old bread usually, and the small parts of the turkey. It's made into like a kind of a stew, and it's filled with it. We also have octopus on this evening, served together, or not on the evening, on the day. This is actually Christmas Day. With potatoes, which are then actually punched so that they open up a little bit, and then baked into the oven for a while. And this is also eaten on that day. This is a typical Christmas cake that we have in Portugal. This is called the King's Cake, bolo do rei, it's called in Portuguese. And this is made with, it's like crystallized fruit inside, and on the outside we put the sugary parts. This one is the same, but it's for people who don't like this crystallized fruit. They do it with nuts and raisins and dried fruit, mostly dried, not crystallized with sugar. So it's a little bit healthier, most probably. For the ones who want to be careful with the weight, I think this cake would be better. Here we have the Christmas trunk, which is actually a sponge cake, and it's spread with chocolate and then rolled up, of course. And then on the top, we also have a chocolate coating, which is actually very delicious. And this we eat actually on Christmas Day itself, because the previous day everybody's working. Sonia, I think you want to say something here?
This is the dishes with the eggs. It's very traditional, more in the north of the country, and also have fried though. That the next pictures, it's all about we fry it in the oil. These sweets cakes. First we have rabanadas. We use slice of bread, dip it in the milk and scrambles eggs, and we fry it. The filhoses, it's based on a recipe for making bread, but but we put a strong drink. And together. The last one, it's all right. Cuscurões is the same base of make the bread, but we put like a geometry like was there.
Yeah, and then of course cinnamon. Cinnamon is very important for all these sweets that we've seen, and that was rice and like a kind of like a noodle, very thin noodles that are made into milk rice, and this we eat at Christmas time. And of course, to eat all this food, we also need to drink as well. And in Portugal, it's traditional to always drink red wine with our meals, and at Christmas evening as well. This was a very, very short introduction of what Christmas is like in Portugal. I had the feeling that our slides went by very, very quickly. We hardly had any time to talk about anything, but we had much more to say.
We want to wish Merry Christmas and
a Happy New Year. Feliz Natal e bom ano novo.
Thank you for your presentation and your slides. I think it's all slides are 20 seconds. I made this.
Wow, the 20 seconds were real short here. I know we should have said, but anyways, I really got the feeling I hardly said anything.
We all
have pictures.
Yeah.
Great, wonderful pictures. So much great food. I want to eat.
Yes, the food is. Yes. Now I'm hungry too. I think I have to go and eat something quickly.
So octopus. I would love the octopus.
Yes.
Yes.
That looks fine.
Absolutely delicious. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have to drive to Portugal also.
And it's not that far. It's just 2,500 kilometers. It's not that far.
No,
not that far,
we are there.
It's a little more warm, so it's okay. I think it's nice.
Exactly, it's warmer than here for sure.
Okay, thank you. So we will start going to the next, and the next one is, perhaps I have to say Song Yung. I don't know if I say it right. Song Yung, is this right?
Yep.
It's right?
My name is Song Hun Jong.
Song Hun Jong, okay.
Yeah, but maybe in German you could say Herr Jung.
Herr Jung, okay. That's good. Good
Herr
one.
Jung.
I will try it. So, okay, Herr Jung, are you ready?
Yes, yeah, quite ready. Okay, hello everyone. Thank you for paying attention this happy evening. And it's my pleasure and honor to be with you here. And my name is Song Hun Jong, as you already know, and I'm from Korea. Today I'm going to talk about 3 holidays in Korea. And before I go to next page, I want to ask, what do you think about Korea? Yeah, next page. Maybe you might think about the BTS, who is really, really famous in the world now, or you might think about Heung-min Son, who is very famous in EPL, or you might think about Samsung, who is famous for semiconductor or mobile. This could be Korea, but I would say the next one would be the real Korea. Yes, it's me. Though I never drink the soju, which is very, very popular and the most loved alcohol in Korea, I was approved as a Korean, so I'm Korean. So you want to ask something, just free to ask me everything about Korea. Yeah, it's just refreshing. And next page, I will be a little bit serious from now on to respect my lovely country. And what I think about the real side of Korea is Hangul. And Hangul is created by King Sejong in 1443. And one of the most impact on the Hangul is low talk and honorification. And the honorification and low talk was affected by Confucianism, which is originated from China. And one of the most important objects in Confucianism is the courtesy, which is called ye in Korea. And this still has a lot of power in our society or culture somehow. And maybe next page, this is what I want to say. From now on, I'm going to talk about 3 holidays in Korea. And one is Chuseok, and the other is Seollal and Shinjeong, which both are the biggest 2 holidays in Korea. And last, I will talk about Christmas. I think I'm a little bit fast talk. Here, I want to say that 2 important reasons for 2 biggest holiday in Korea. One is that it has a lot of traditional meaning itself, and the other is the 2 biggest holidays is the longest holiday in Korea. So it is quite important, but it depends on years. And now I will talk about this. Starting with Chuseok. Chuseok is 15th of August, or based on lunar calendar. But in modern time, we use the solar calendar. So because of that, sometimes on September or sometimes on October, Chuseok happens. And Chuseok is known as Hangae, which means the night with beautiful autumn moonlight. And also we do some traditional things such as chare, which is ancestral rites. Or we also make some rice cake called songpyeon. Also, we play some folk game such as gangangsule. But nowadays we didn't do much it because time changed a lot. And from now on, I'm going to talk about Seollal and Shinjeong. And there are 2 types of holiday for New Year in Korea. One is called Shinjeong and the other is called Seollal. And the difference between these is only on date and which calendar it is based. Moving to the next slide. Shinjeong is based on solar calendar, so it is on 1st of January, and it is the exact same date and exact same meaning of New Year in other country. But difference is we only have 1 day vacation on Shinjeong. That might be quite different from other country. But we also gather together and celebrate the New Year. And one of the most popular and famous event in Korea on Shinjeong is the Watching Night Bell with firework. This is located at Boshingak Pavilion in Seoul. This is very, very popular, so you might come here if you are come to Korea. And Seollal is, on the other hand, based on lunar calendar. And because of that, it depends on years, sometimes on January, sometimes on February. And at least it has 3 days vacation or more. And the thing is, Seollal is more of preparing New Year, but Shinjeong is more of celebrating New Year. And on Seollal, we wear hanbok, which is our traditional apparel. And wearing this hanbok, we visit the parents and do a New Year bow, which is called sebe. And sebe means praying to each other good luck and well-being for your new year. Also, we do some traditional games, such as Yunnori. This is kind of board game in Korean. And we also eat tteokguk with kimchi. This is very, very famous and popular and traditional food in Korea. So you also need to experience this food. And speaking of the food, I'm really, really missing fish now because not only because it's hard to find fish in Germany, but also, I like fish. And also, before I go for Christmas, I want to say that nowadays it's quite different from tradition because of the nuclear family. And while moving on this trend, individualism has arisen, and because of that, most of people want to take a rest in your house or travel around the world with your family. And I'm a little bit sad about this because it's our traditional thing, and I feel like losing the tradition by time goes by. So it's kind of sad point. Now it's the Christmas in Korea. Christmas in Korea is quite different from other countries, like because Christian is not our national religion. And as you can see, we only have 1 day vacation on our calendar. But one thing funny is if the Christmas is on Saturday or Sunday, we don't have any vacation on December. I don't know why it happens, but yeah, I'm going to talk about this page. So what is the Christmas in Korea? It is usually regarded as the day for couples, so not for me. And the reason is because maybe everyone knows it. During the Christmas time, everything is quite so beautiful. So the atmosphere is very, very appropriate for couples. But I don't have a couple. I'm not couple, so yeah. Maybe next year. So now last page. Thank you for your attention and hope to meet you in Korea someday and hope to enjoy presentation too. Thank you very much.
Thank you. One time,
Korea.
One time I tried kimchi.
Yes.
I thought it was. I thought it is spaghetti. Yeah, looks like spaghetti.
Yeah, it looks like spaghetti. Quite looks like similar. Yeah. I know it.
And it's quite different to spaghetti. It's a surprise. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your great presentation. It's also some traditionals and some modern art and some good food. What you show us from Korea. You also stay now in Aalen. Is this right?
Yes, I'm staying Aalen.
And it's Aalen and Korea are a little bit different. I think in Korea we are all looking from Germany to South Korea because you are managing the COVID so fantastic, and the Germans are lose against South Korea, I think.
Yes, I know it, but now it's quite similar. Korea also had a very hard time now.
Okay.
South Korea is having a hard time, yeah.
Yeah, now same, almost same.
Okay, oh, so bad. Okay, thank you for your great presentation. And now we will start the last one. And the last one is, I have to look.
Is it Dharmic?
Dharmic, yes, the last one is Dharmic. Thank you, Rose, thank you. So I manage the technique, and Dharmic, you are here. Thank you.
Hey, Dharmic.
Hello.
And Dharmic is also presenting about India.
Yep.
Yeah. And so, Dharmic, are you ready?
Yep.
Stop.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Dharmic Shah, and as you have heard, like I come from India. So starting, like one of my friend told from India, like we have a fest which is called as Diwali, but that is not the only fest what we have in Diwali. So when you visit India at any point of time, you will always find festivals which are going on in India. So this is the list of festivals what we have in India, like starting from January till December. So you can find out like every month we have some or the other fest which is going on in India, or maybe in some parts of the India. So this is how the things goes on. And as he mentioned about Diwali, so that Diwali comes in the month of October and November. So this is the first month of the year, which is January, and that we have a festival which is called as Makar Sankranti, and which is also called as a kite flying festival. So this is actually celebrated at like different parts of India as Lori or in the North India, and Pongal in South India. So basically the fest is about like flying kites and with friends and families and everything. And in the month of February, we have again a fest which is called as Mahashivratri or the Holi. So it's basically a color of festivals where families and friends meet each other and they apply colors to each other. So it's basically a gesture of telling the other people that your life is fulfilled with colors and joy and happiness. And in the month of August, coming to directly to August, so we have a festival which is called as Eid and Janmashtami. So talking about the Janmashtami, as you can see that the peoples are piled up on top of each other. So that depicts like the people pile on each other and there is a matki at the top. So people try to break that matki and there is curd and everything inside it, and people try to eat it. After coming to September, we have a festival which is called as Raksha Bandhan, so which is like about brothers and sisters relation. So the brother wishes the sister a good luck, and he tries to protect the sisters, and that's a gesture like between brothers and sisters. And again, in the month of August and September, we have a festival which is called as Ganesh Chaturthi, and I come from a Jainism part, so we have a festival which is called as Paryushan, and this is a god which is called as elephant-headed god, and it comes. We bring the idol at our place, and we worship him, and we offer the sweets and everything, foods and everything. And this is one of my most favorite festival, which is called as Navratri, which is called as the festival of dance. And these are the 9 goddess which we celebrate or which we worship the 9 days of the festival. And as it says, like Nava means 9 and Ratri means night, so it's a 9-day long festival. So talking about the history of this festival, it is said like the goddess defeated the demon, and that fight went on for long 9 nights. So that is why this is the significance of the festival. Like the whole significance is like this is celebrated for 9 whole nights. So people dress up in a very colorful manner. As you can see in the picture, like people are dressed up, like the males and females are dressed up. And at the bottom of the slide, you can see that there are people dancing in the circle. So this was one of the most recorded, or you can find this thing in the Guinness Book of Record, that 100,000 people are dancing in the circle at one point of time. And talking about the holidays, this is the interesting thing what we find in India. So these are all the childhood games what we find in India. So the first game is called as Lagori, where you pile up all 7 stones and then you try to hit it. And the other person or the other team has to hit you first with the ball, and you have to pile up again on top of each other. So that's the basic rule of the game. The next game is called as the marbles. So as you can see in the circle, like you have small marbles and you gather each other and you play it together. So as you can see in the picture, this is the typical way how you play the marble, like with one finger. And this is how it goes on. And the number of marbles which goes out of the circle, that's yours. Okay. And this is also one of the game which is called as Marampiti, or in the common English language, what we call as the dodgeball. So it's like there are 2 teams, and the one team is circling around the circle and the other team is inside the circle. And the rule of the game is that the team who is outside of the circle has to hit the people or have to get them eliminated out of the circle. So this actually requires very sports and very athletic moves. The next is the spinning top game. Like we have a spinning tops like this in India, and it's a very childhood game, like what we played in my time also. Like so it's like you gather and you try to hit the spinning tops to each other. Now this is one of the most interesting thing in India, which is called as langdi, or what we say it as the hopscotch. And this is played like between the kids of age of something around 6-7 years, or maybe less than that also. So this is actually a very fun time game. Like this all activity goes on during the month of the summer holidays, that is in India, which is from May, June, July. Okay. And I think this slide is not showing up. Okay. So after I came to Germany, the corona started, like, okay. And we had nothing to do over here. So what we decided was like we would stay inside and would start playing a game. So this is how I came to know, like this game I used to play back in India. And this game is called as a sequence, which is a board game. And it's actually played in a team. And the main rule of the game is like you have to make a sequence of 5 coins in a row. The team who makes the first is the winner of the game. And this is a very interesting game. And during this time, like the corona time, I had a lot of times to invest myself in some of the new activities. So this is what I came up with. I started mixing the songs, or I started learning about the DJing and the mixing of the songs. So this was the most fun thing which I liked the most, because this was my own like it was my dream, like that I could have my own DJ and everything. So this is how I spent the whole thing in Aalen, and this is how it's all in India.
Thank you very much. So many different countries and so many different games and holidays. So beautiful. Yeah. Do you miss your
food?
The food,
games? Do you miss your games and your fun in Aalen.
Yeah, absolutely. These games are actually very typical Indian traditional games what we used to play in our childhood. Yeah, and this is actually a very sporty game. Like, you have to be out of the house whole day and you just play on. That's it.
Yeah. And can you play some of your friends in Aalen to play these games a little bit?
Why not? Or maybe after this Corona time, we could just all gather up and we would start playing this game one day, every day.
Okay. Okay, fine. Wonderful. Rose, we have to organize this.
Why not?
Yes, we will do that. An international play day.
Yes.
With games.
Yes.
International Games Day.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Brian, are you here?
Yes, Brian is there, I think.
Yes, amazing presentations, everyone. I really loved every single one. It was such a thrill to go around the world with all of you. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. And when I got cut off earlier, I wanted to say that in Yadnesh's presentation, I had the good fortune to visit Deepawali during Varanasi during Deepawali, which was one of the most amazing memories of my life. And I highly encourage everybody to try to visit India during the festival of Deepawali. And I'm going to mark my calendar and my world map with a bunch of pins tonight of my next places to go, and bring an empty stomach to eat lots of good food.
I think when you visit, like if you like to visit India, then every month you have to mark in the calendar, like this month is this fest, this month is this fest.
A year in India.
It's true. It's very true. Well, I think we lost Yadnesh, but I was going to hope before we sign off, Thomas, we have more presentations?
No, we have not more. Just to say something. Thank you and so much on. So thank you for all presenters and our friends will visit our YouTube channel, our Facebook channel, our Zoom channel. Thank you for wonderful presentations, for pictures from your countries, from your food and from your games. And next time we will make a PechaKucha night in Aalen in live with your face. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, in live. And Thomas, if I may, I would like to say something too before we go.
Yes, Rose.
Am I allowed?
Yeah, go on.
Yes, I too would like to say a big thank you to all our students, all the participants who really made a big effort during the time of their projects. I'd also like to find time to prepare for this. Secondly, I'd like to mention that Miss Morgado, although she teaches at the Hochschule in Aalen, she's one of the persons who accompany us many times on our walks, and she assists in our family program also on the side. Last but not least, I want to thank the PechaKucha, the PechaKucha organization, Brian and Mark, but most of all, I would like to say a big, big, big thank you to Thomas Meile. Let's give a round of applause for Thomas.
Thank you, Rose, thank you.
Thomas is there, encouraging, ready for every idea. He brings people together. He helps us to celebrate, to do things because why not, instead of asking warum or why. I love Thomas's spirit and I look forward to working with him. The Hochschule Aalen, or the University of Aalen, is very, very happy for the relationship we have with you. Thank you very much and Merry Christmas, everyone, or Happy Holidays.
Thank you, Rose. You are so nice words. I'm happy to work with you, to meet you, and I hope we can meet us in person again soon. Yeah. Now I have to say, or Brian, would you say tomorrow? What happens tomorrow at 12 o'clock?
The silver lining. Thank you for that lovely sign off, Rosemary. That's so special. We totally share this. We share the same love for Thomas. He's such a special guy. And thank you to the university and to all the students who come together. And thank you to you. Let's give a round of applause for Rosemary too. She was superstar in this. Thank you, Rosemary. Yes, and I hope you'll tune in. Rosemary did a great reading on the Advent calendar that Thomas also organized. So search that out, and you may find one from me in there as well. One of the silver linings of this pivot online is that we can connect from all around the world. I would have never been able to meet any of you, and we might not be able to meet if this all hadn't happened. So we have these events happening all over the world, and maybe I would like to invite some of you to come present at our event in Tokyo from wherever you are in the world. And go ahead and head over to PechaKucha.com and check us out. See if there's an event happening near you on the calendar, and reach out to the local organizers about either joining one of these events as a presenter or hosting one yourself. And before I sign off, and we have an event tonight. It's 3 a.m. I'm doing one event. I'm doing another one at 10 o'clock tonight. So that should be your, Thomas, what time would that be? That will be your tomorrow afternoon. If you guys want to tune in.
12 o'clock. 12 o'clock in local Aalen time.
Yeah. We'll be online on PechaKucha Facebook page. Just search us out. You'll find us.
Okay, because I was going to ask you to send me a link so I could send to my students. But I can find you.
Yes, if you just go to PechaKucha.com, it's on the very top of the page right now.
Okay.
PechaKucha.com. Whoops, I'm going to misspell it here in this chat. PechaKucha.com. And before we sign off, Thomas, will you stop screen sharing for 1 second just so I can see all our beautiful faces? Oh,
happy holidays.
Right.
Yeah, I just say happy holidays. Well, wherever you have your party, and enjoy the time and the holidays. And I hope so we can meet us again and we can have another nice PechaKucha event. And now we make a photo. That's really important to make this photo. Right? Is this right?
Yeah.
I think so.
No, you should not leave. We make now a photo. Brian makes a photo.
Yes.
We share this in the World Wide Web.
Okay, best smile, everybody. Here we go. Look at your cameras. We're going to do 2 shots just to make sure we don't have any blinkers. 3, 2, 1. Banzai! Okay, one more. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Hey!
Okay, bye. Hi, Brian.
All right, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Brian, for your support. Thank you.
Bye.
Well, bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you.